One sequence that is very special is a sequence that actually involves a streetcar. We shot here in New Orleans, and streetcars are a big part of the city.
The thing that is most impressive is it was done on Canal Street, which is New Orleans.
It's a very difficult sequence. You know, we had to have a rolling shutdown of Canal Street from around St. Giles down to the waterfront.
We basically closed down the center of the city.
Keep going back and forth. We own this.
We shot that film over something like 7 days, which is a long time for a sequence, but that was the size of the sequence. Now, the city were very cooperative in allowing us, firstly, to take the trolleys out of commission, but then the police were amazing.
Release the traffic, release all traffic.
We seemed to do our major stunt of each day in peak hours, so it was not just Canal Street that was being shut down, but it was also side streets. So to do what we did to pull off was amazing, and we wouldn't have been able to do it without the cooperation of the numbers of security people we had to control traffic and to control people.
In our sequence, what happens is basically there's a terrorist in the city. Of course, you don't know it. And he has disabled the brakes. All we hear is driving it, and all of a sudden he notices that the brake doesn't work at all, and he can't reduce the power. So basically the trolley is out of control. We're going to do this in stages, your reactions, and I'm going to call them category 1, 2, and 3. When we first start, it's just a neutral category. It's just traveling in the trolley. Everything is good, everything is cool. Then when I say category 1, it means you notice that something is a little off. It's like, wait a minute, is this trolley going normal speed? Category 2, this is now like, holy shit, we are in real danger, real trouble. When I say car on the side, that means everybody looks on that side, there's a car there. Car in the front. He's in the trolley. He's running to the back of the trolley. He's back in the front of the trolley. He's climbing onto the top. He leaves the trolley. Oh, horrible, horrible. Real danger, real concern. Oh my God. Then there's category 3. What is that? Yeah, we're gonna die. You're going 50 miles an hour, crying, praying. It's like literally knowing that nothing will stop this trolley and you might die.
The streetcar sequence involved a lot of extras. And my 10-year-old son, Lucas, happened to be visiting during the time when we were shooting this.
He's making his motion picture debut today as the mysterious trolley traveler.
Well, my part in the movie is taking pictures of all the exciting things. It's really fun and cool.
Everybody was good.
So on Action, the front 2 background cars go. Depending on what we're seeing here, we may add a couple background cars behind Chick.
It's such a visual thing. When you start placing cars on a map on an intersection and people see, oh, okay, that's exactly where he wants me, and this is exactly what's going to happen here. Once you start, the visual of putting the cars down really gives you an aerial map of what you're doing.
As we continue on through these 2 vehicles, one will slide to a stop and one will stop and then maybe clear around it. Okay?
So assign everybody their positions, and then I like to also walk through it. Everybody walks their thing a couple times, so you see who's passing in front of you, who's coming behind you, all those things, and we go out and do it in the cars. I mean, on some days we had, almost 60 stunt people working, cars moving, crossing traffic, foot traffic.
It's 40 tons of steel going down this street about 50 miles an hour. Our hero, Cena, has to stop it. So he drives this sedan in front of it and gets on his brakes and tries to slow it down.
We back up onto this streetcar and we're trying to stop. So we blast out the window. He hits the butt of his gun to our windshield, smashes it all out. blind?
Maybe. I do all my own stunts. All of them. You don't go through windshields without breaking a few eggs.
Let's see where we are here.
It is a very intricate sequence, and I storyboarded it beforehand, planned every shot in advance, and of course surprises happen and new ideas evolve. Like last night I was awake and I thought of this sequence where John is going to be climbing from the car into the trolley, and I thought, actually we could make it a little more hairy. Let's have him almost fall off the car.
You're just on the roof. Santiago screams, "Danny! Danny, look out!" You turn, see that? And it makes you somehow slip.
My biggest challenge in doing this particular stunt is wanting to be out of the harness. You get in that thing and it really locks you in. First of all, who wears jeans this tight? My God, you can see everything. You can see my family, my future family. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like a pit bull on a dog run. It's great. Or a modern day marionette. You got that thing tucking you in so much, so I can't bend my legs how I can normally do, and I can't move my torso at all. So when I'm supposed to hop out of a windshield and jump over a car like Superman, I have to do it at limited restriction.
And the fact that he's willing and able to do all these things gets you amazing footage. You know, pushing a streetcar down the tracks at 40 miles an hour with a sedan attached to the front of it, and he's climbing out of the windshield and climbing over the car and breaking in the window of the front of the trolley. If he's a stunt guy, you don't think anything of it. That's what he's here to do. And I remember going, wow. I mean, that's our actor. You know, when you're working on Canal Street for 6 or 7 days and locking down Canal Street with a runaway trolley, you know, and that's why I got Wally Crowder driving the trolley, because he is super precise.
You're standing right there. I mean, I'm as close to John and the cars as you and I are in this camera. I knew I had 50,000 pounds under me, so I was a little safer than John climbing over the top of his police car and coming through my windshield. I had the greatest point of view that anybody could have, standing up there working the controls. It was quite a thrill for me.
I like it. My new career.
Well, the challenge, of course, is that we are in the middle of a real city. So there's a lot of traffic, there are pedestrians, there are people coming out of their businesses and homes. So we have to make sure that it's all locked down, it's all safe, because once this thing gets going, it's not going to stop on a dime.
I look, man, I didn't head on collision. Kind of rang my bell a little bit, yeah.
And I had a scene where the bus is supposed to hit a car in a certain way, and it didn't work like that.
It was a nasty hit.
Did you see it at all?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, we saw it, for sure. No, it was these IMOs here are great.
Because I ain't doing it again.
Good job. The brake, I think, gave out, and so he just hit it head on.
So,
that was awesome.
Is there any way to do this again with different cars, different something?
We don't have another car rigged on. We don't have another crash car here.
Some things you look at a little differently because it didn't quite do exactly what you thought it would do.
He had no speed. He was like, it's not going to work. So, but actually now that I see it on film and we edit it together, it works great. And it looks even better because it looks more real. Because it's not that perfect movie crash, but it's kind of a little bit off. So it has that flavor of almost like reality TV.
What we got here is what we call our pod car.
I would equate it to the roll cage of the chassis of a drag car. And it's a small pod that I sit in, and it's attached to the top of a sedan.
I'll be driving it from the pod that you see on top here. So we're using this vehicle to get shots of our actors that they can just do their acting and do their bit and not have to worry about driving.
We would put cameramen inside the vehicle, filming them doing their dialogue.
How fast do you think that thing's going?
As we're flying through traffic.
40? Probably 50.
You'll know to move the wheel right when we get to North Peters, because that's when I'm going to dive over.
Here's one of the highlights of our trolley sequence, where the trolley is going to T-bone a pickup truck.
Buddy Joe is driving the trash truck.
goes right, trolley will hit it full speed in its tail section.
Firing a cannon, it's going to flip it over.
It'll bounce in the air, hopefully do a full somersault, and all the debris goes flying, and the trolley that can't be stopped just keeps on going.
It's a very tricky, very hairy sequence.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir. Good luck, buddy, Joe. Thank you, gentlemen.
The reason it's so cool is it's right in the heart of the city.
It was rush hour, so we had hundreds of people. And it's all theoretical until the moment that streetcar makes impact.
Something must have happened when the impact of the trolley severed the wires to the cannon. So we hit the button and everything, but no cannon. So it's a good rehearsal. Just uneventful. You're looking for something to happen, you know, that you want to happen. And it didn't happen, so it will come back another day.
And I wanted it to flip over, and it didn't, so we shot it 3 times, and it still didn't do it.
If it wasn't meant to go over, it just wasn't meant to go over. Buddy Joe got in there and did that thing 3 times, and she just wasn't going.
As I put it together, I'm glad it didn't, because it actually turned out to be even more spectacular.
Here we are getting toward the end of a sequence with the streetcar. And Danny realizes that the only way to stop the streetcar is to cut the power in this part of the city. We start from the intersection. Maybe right before this turn here.
Now what?
We take off the power.
Take out the power!
It's like you've just seen it here through bushes, you've seen it.
You are out of your damn mind. You ever been out of a moving car before? Not by choice.
So he's going to crash into this power station behind us, and hopefully as a result we'll see quite an explosion. For safety reasons, we can't drive the car into the power station, so we have a cable pulley system that safely pulls the car there.
The WWE is a very big supporter of Make-A-Wish, and indeed John Cena is one of the key Make-A-Wish ambassadors.
Working a lot with Make-A-Wish, I know how satisfying it is to actually be able to do something to grant wishes. But I know there's going to be a trolley car going through there, mowing down everything, so it'll be really cool. It should be pretty exciting. So he was actually an extra in the streetcar crashing into the street carnival. When a child's wish is paid off, it's a good thing to see.
This is trolley coming down, everybody clearing out.
First we start with normal street festival action. Everybody having a good time, walking around, laughing, playing games.
Guys, this is a 40-ton vehicle here, or something like that, right?
The city of New Orleans has made me go to streetcar school 4 a.m. in the morning when nobody's there. My instructor Clarence and I would be out there.
Part of the thing with stunt work, of course, is that you always have that unknown. You know, whilst you can plan it on paper, you can do tests and such, well, each time you do it is going to be different. The speed of the trolley, the queuing, all that sort of thing. It's so difficult to absolutely plan it to the exact T.
And as I came in with the tracks damp, I can't stop the train. And I've got people there, cameras, and I'm backpedaling, reversing the wheels, and I come sliding in like 2 feet off my mark. And everybody's like in horror, but it could have been horrible. And Rennie came up, Vali, what's going on? What's happening? Why did you miss your mark? And I said, Rennie, I had a lot of trouble getting a 50,000-pound train to stop. That's all there is. Okay, fine. And off we went.
Let's roll the cameras, and we're going to start the trolley moving.
I had a big sigh of relief when that streetcar stopped moving. When it crashed into that last sequence and hit that ice cream truck and knocked the ice cream truck and it finally came to a stop, I went, thank you. You know, because people and cars and pedestrians and, you know, all this stuff, when a vehicle that size, when you finally finish that sequence around all these people and on Canal Street, you're thinking, wow, we pulled that off, you know, and you really feel proud of that.
Oh my God, that is priceless. That is priceless.